So you can spread out, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. If there's little adjustments you can make so that you have even more surface area touching the floor. Really spread your back. Let your ankles flop open, arms wide. Just take a moment to settle in. A big part of my yoga practice is finding ease. So I like to find it where it's easy, and then as I go out into challenges, whether those are poses or life situations, seeing if I can also access ease there. So you might have that as a focus for your practice today. Can I be at ease here? Is there anything to let go of now? You're welcome to have your eyes open or closed. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out long through arms and legs. Reach through your fingers and your toes like a big full body yawn. And then interlace your fingers and press out through your palms. Flexing your feet, reach through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg for your hamstring stretch. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the right and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side. If it's too much to straighten your leg, keep it bent. You're working with your body. Can your breath be deep and even here? Let's release, bend your knee, and bring it all the way across for a spinal twist. You can open out through your right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And each pose is highlighting something new, maybe feeling your body in a different way. So what are you noticing here? Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, your right arm on a high diagonal. So fingers and toes are reaching away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a circle, rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop your right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close. And then straighten this leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your left foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. Bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the left and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the right leg. And then release. Let's bring the left knee across. Open out through the left arm. Staying in your twist, try straightening your left leg on a low diagonal, and your left arm on a high diagonal. And release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. And again, a little circle or rock. Self-massage for the lower back, top of the hips. And then drop your feet to the floor. And let's get set up for some core work. Start by drawing your belly in, pressing the lower back down from the inside. Keep that going strongly. And then interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift, head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Let's take 2 more like this. Last one. And release. Send your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale, head down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up. And down. One more. And release down. Switch sides. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Take one more on the side. And then release and switch again. Right leg high. This time, take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across and keep the belly drawing in strongly. One more. And release and switch. Left leg high, right arm across. Last set. Each exhale, a little further across. One more. And then release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees back in. And then make your way up to sitting. And let's come all the way forward onto our elbows for a plank pose. So you can have your elbows right under your shoulders. Step your feet back. And try and bring your whole body into a straight long line. Notice if the hips are sagging or lifting, and see if you can find where they're in line with the shoulders and the heels. You might take a little rock front to back and see if your whole body can move as a straight long line. Now really engage the core. Imagine taking this whole straight long line a little higher away from the floor. Good. Let's shift over onto one elbow. So you can come onto one elbow and either have your feet one in front of the other or stacked. Top arm can be extended or at the hip. And again, we're trying to find a straight long line. Engaging core strength, core stabilizing muscles are really working here. While you're working so hard, can you relax your face? And then release. Let's come over to the other side. Feet can be one in front of the other for a little more stability, or stacked one on top of the other. Can you pull up away from the arm that's on the floor, creating lightness? One more breath here. Let's release and come all the way back to child's pose. Drop your knees. Sink the hips back to the heels. And find a relaxed position for your neck and shoulders and arms. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip. Stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. And pull back through your left hip. Stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Resting in child's pose. And then lift up through table, and let's come into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and lift your hips up and back. You can pedal out your feet a little bit here, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Waking up the backs of the legs. As you settle onto 2 feet evenly, you're welcome to have your heels up or down, knees bent or straight. Pulling your hips as high up and away from your hands as you can. Let's walk hands and feet towards one another. And hang in ragdoll. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Taking any arm position. Arms can hang, or you could link your elbows, or you could use support through your arms. You might rest elbows on thighs or hands on blocks. See if you can find a position where you're able to let the weight of your head drop. Let's bend the knees a little bit more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. One vertebrae at a time, stacking up. You can come up to the front of the mat. Mountain pose, feel your feet grounded, nice tall spine. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Strong core supporting the back. Next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Come through, high push-up. Lower down, chaturanga. Let's take a couple breaths in a back bend. So that could be as low or high as you like. You might bring your forearms to the floor for Sphinx. You could take a little baby cobra with hands on the floor, or come all the way up to up dog. Check in with your body. What's feeling right now? One more breath here. And then back to down dog, hips high. This time from down dog, send your right leg up as high up as it'll go. And then a big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, settle in. Feel your feet grounded, hips dropping, but reaching arms high. Open out, warrior two. Drop the back heel to the floor on the inside. Check that your right foot and knee still point straight to the front of your mat. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling and then take the right arm up. Reverse warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg for triangle. Reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block or the floor. Expanding. Last breath. Release. Make your way back to a good resting pose. So that could be down dog or child's pose. Just taking a few moments, reestablishing slow, deep breath. And then coming back through down dog. Send the left leg up as high as it'll go. Big step forward. High lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing. And then when you're ready, upper body up. Open out, warrior two, and then adjust what you know to adjust. Check your footing. Check your shoulders, are they dropped? Check your core, engaged. Flip the left palm to face the ceiling. Left arm high, right arm back. Reverse warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg, triangle. One more breath here. Let's release, make your way to down dog, however you get there. So you might take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra, and back to down dog, or maybe there's some other way you want to move. From down dog, let's come into a pigeon pose, right side, slide the right knee forward. Scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go. See if some support would be useful for you here. You want to slide a little something under your hip or rest your forehead or chest on anything. Let's take our time releasing. Bring the upper body back up. We're going to transition through down dog. So again, any movement you want to take on your way to down dog. Could be a vinyasa, could be just stepping back, could be a little wiggling around. From down dog, left knee forward, pigeon pose left side. making any adjustments you need to. One more deep breath here. Let's release any movement transition, finding your way to down dog. And then all the way to sitting. Let's extend the legs forward. Flesh of the sit bones back, inch the heels forward. If you have something to sit up on, feel free to slide a cushion or blanket under your pelvis so you can get your pelvis more upright. You can use your hands either on the floor, your feet, or something around the feet, going towards length and towards folding. Trying to find where you are right at your edge. It doesn't need to look any particular way. It shouldn't look any particular way. So listening to when your hamstring says stop, and then while you're at your edge, can you relax your shoulders? Can you relax your jaw? Can your breath be deep? Let's release. Come up. We'll bring soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. You can grab your toes or ankles with that grip. Lift the chest, lengthen, and fold any amount. If your elbows meet your legs, you could push into them to help them open. If it works better for you, you might also lean into your hands or elbows in front of you. Can you relax your shoulders here? Can there be ease here? Let's release. Come up and come back onto your back. Bring both knees in again. Take a circle or rock. And then drop your feet to the floor. We'll get set up for bridge. Press your feet down. Lift your hips up. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back and shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. When the pose feels complete, come down, rest. And then let's take happy baby as a counter stretch. And grab the soles of the feet on the inside. Press your knees towards the floor, and this can be done in stillness or with a little rocking. We are moving towards the end of class, so this is a good time to listen to your body. What do you need? What do you feel like doing right now? If you're enjoying what you're doing now, keep that up. If you're done, check in. What's needed now? Is there a last pose? Is there a last stretch? Is there some part of your body that could use some attention? So you can take the next minute or so to wrap up your practice. Do you want to take an inversion? Do you want to take a restorative pose? Do you want to take a twist? Is there some self-massage that would feel good? Can be anything, can be nothing. If nothing's needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Feel free to adjust your clothing.